day.
Yeah, gotta give us what we want. Gotta give us what we need. Hey!
I listen to KBLA and I love the commercials. I know what the commercials mean. I also, if I'm looking and trying to figure something out, I need something to talk to me that might hit me. And it happens on TV because, you know, every time they show a sporting event, they got the pharmaceutical companies back to back telling people how to fix the sickness on the same stuff that they sell them. So we get it.
Yep, we get it too, Chuck D. And that's why at KBLA Talk 1580, we don't black down.
Drop it! Our freedom of speech is freedom of death. We got to fight the powers that be. Fight the power! Fight the power! Fight the power!
Hey Zoe, I'm calling your show, 'cause I need to know. Show me which way to go before I throw my man out the door.
Okay, hold on a second, Keisha. Just let me ask Ronald exactly what's going on, because it takes two to tango, and I need to hear his side of the story.
So she's driving me insane, got stress heavy on my brain. She keeps playing silly games, man, I'm about to bring the pain. We seem to fuss and fight every day and every night. Please give some advice so we can see the light. See the light.
The worst type of woman thinks she expects something by just existing. The entitled woman who thinks, oh, just because I look this way, I deserve this and princess treatment and that. You deserve nothing. Zero. I hate you. You're the worst. I don't like you at all. You're toxic. You're boring. You're stuck up. You're entitled. I don't care if you have fake lips. It's uninteresting to me. What do you bring to the table outside of your fake looks? That's a real question.
Andy, who was that? The Real Game on TikTok. See, let me just say this, man. My niece pulls me back in to these wars. Okay? She pulls me back into these wars. Here I am talking about wabi sabi, kintsukuroi, ori, you know, your aura, your spirit, you know, being, overdoing. And then my niece goes, nah. There's a, man, play underneath me. Can we find the instrumental of Survival of the Fittest? That's the tone for tonight's topic. I mean, my niece is saying, Unc, this is a conversation that must be addressed, that must be dealt with. And I said, I want to elevate the conversation. I know when I'm elevating the conversation, my brother Leroy is saying, hey, it's too high, you're no earthly good. Then my niece comes and says, no, we got something. Do this, Unc. Here we go. Once Andy gets us set up, see, because this is the vibe right now. This is, we chilling at the cigar lounge vibe. No. We need Mobb Deep. We need a Mobb Deep vibe. Are y'all ready? 1-800-920-1580. That's the number to dial. You're listening to the Voice of Reason live on KBLA Talk 1580. And that clip, here we go. This takes me back to my A&R days at Loud Records. I was there when we dropped this album, when we dropped this single. Here we go. Tonight's topic, the We Too movement? What? My niece is on one. The We Too movement, a deeper look at relational groupthink and its impact on the Black community. Relational groupthink? Well, first off, what is groupthink? Groupthink is defined as a phenomena that occurs when a group of well-intentioned people make irrational or non-optimal decisions spurred by the urge to conform or the belief that dissent is impossible. I see, niece. This is your definition. I see it. The concept of groupthink. I'm gonna take it up a notch. Let's go. Are you saying everybody isn't really toxic? We just following the dominant narrative that there is a gender war? Or, I'm interested to know. Oh, my niece says that definition is from Psychology Today. Okay. The concept of groupthink originated from a Yale psychologist, Irvin Janis, in a 1971 Psychology Today article. Here we go. I don't know if you guys really want to have this topic, but I do. Andy, do you feel like there's a gender war? I mean, the guy that was talking on the clip just was talking reckless. And that's a social media thing, right? So I guess, think about it. Even Kevin Samuels early on. When Kevin Samuels started, he wasn't like talking down on women like that. He was talking about how to dress. He was talking to men and how men should get down. And he was like, and then wear this cologne and make sure you got 3 types of suits, the gray, the blue, and the brown. He wear these types of shoes. And then he shifted. My question is, did he shift because he understood that the algorithm would work better in his favor? We see a lot of folks doing that. Even Ray J says, when my world is going terrible, I make more money. Ray J said that. Like, I'm out there when my world is, crazy, I make money because of that. We call it trauma porn. So I'm asking the question, right? Is there a We Too movement? Yeah, we're victims too, right? I'm interested to know. 1-800-920-1580. The core thesis of the show tonight. The so-called gender war circulating through the Black community may reveal less about men versus women and more about how survival-based unity, historical pressure, and the modern algorithm culture combine to produce a form of relational groupthink. Gosh, that feels true because it feels shared. Peep game on psychologist Solomon Asch. Asch is A-S-C-H. He had a conformity experiment. And in that experiment, it demonstrated that people will knowingly give the wrong answers about something as obvious, or give the wrong answer about something as obvious as the length of a line, simply to avoid being the only one who disagrees. The study did not prove that people lack intelligence. It proved that the need for belonging can override the evidence in front of their eyes. The line experiment, that's a conformity experiment. It's a real thing that happened. That finding carries deeper implications in communities shaped by generations of exhaustion, exclusion, racism, social, economic, you know the whole spiel, right? If we coming from that kind of community, right, where unity once functioned as a protection, and isolation could carry real consequences now. Now that we live in this open world, this world is open. Everybody's free. Everybody's independent. We live in the most individualistic society in the world, right? Collectivist societies or collective societies are elsewhere. But the European societies, America being the number one most individualistic society in the world. So just peep game. Ash's findings on the conformity test, right? It carries deeper implications in communities shaped by generations of exclusion where unity once functioned as a protection and isolation could carry real consequences. When the nervous system learns that safety comes from staying aligned with the group, agreement can begin to feel safer than accuracy or clarity. How about it, keep it realers? Right? The keep it realers are like the flat earthers. The keep it realers be beating on their chest. Yeah, I'm real. You know, really? We live in a world where we live in a society where people are conforming. Let's just be honest. Right? When the nervous system learns that safety comes from staying aligned within the group, agreement can begin to feel safer than accuracy, clarity, truth, facts, whatever. And repetition can begin to feel like proof. Is there a gender war? Do you see it in your neighborhood, Andy? You see the gender war in your neighborhood? Andy says yes. I'm not talking about on the social media. I'm talking about down the block, house to house. I'm not talking about social media. Because social media is a lie. We got to keep it real about social media. Social media is one big fat lie. People are presenting and posturing in ways where you think it's real, but it's not real. I'm asking you, and I know there are some relationships where, you know, oh man, there go Tasha and Rodney. Golly, man, when's she gonna break up with him? Don't he know she ain't know? I know there's always that, but for the most part, is it more of that than it is the good stuff? I'm just interested to know, right? The more the narrative, right, spreads, what happens when the narrative gets out there, right? Inside today's digital environment, this reflex meets an attention economy that rewards outrage. Does it? Come on, y'all. Are we being honest tonight? Are we really being honest tonight? Is there a gender war, or is there just a gender war agenda to keep us at odds? Right? I want to know. Truemonger on TikTok says it profits from outrage. Is that what people mean when they say rage baiting? I've heard that term recently. Is that what it means? Inside today's digital environment, this reflex meets an attention economy that rewards outrage, certainty, and loyalty to a side. The more narrative spreads across timelines, podcasts, and comment sections, the more normal it feels. Even when the narrative oversimplifies complex relationship realities. Under those conditions, phrases about men, women, power, boundaries, and betrayal start circulating with the force of facts not because they withstand careful examination, but because they seek or they keep people connected to a shared identity, conformity. Are you just conforming to the narrative? Did you live the narrative? I know there's some brothers out there who are really salty. That's what, am I wrong? That's what made our brother, you might not agree with him. I'm not saying I agree with him 100%. But that's what made that brother so popular, Kevin Samuels. It was almost like he found a tribe of brothers who just synced up with his doctrine. Now, what's crazy is, who knew that it would be so many black men that agreed? Did Kevin Samuels and his doctrine fuel this divide? The uncomfortable possibility emerges here. The conflict may continue, not only because of injustice, pain, or disagreement, but because the conflict itself might regulate us. It might regulate belonging. It might protect old wounds from scrutiny and keep the community psychologically organized around position or opposition instead of healing. The We Too movement, GroupThink, survival conditioning, and the possibility that the gender war keeps itself alive. Listen, when I come forward, I'm going to the phone lines. We got so much more to talk about. Let's get busy.
The reasons that we're here, the reasons that we fear, our feelings won't disappear. You're listening to the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
Oh, how's that flu, babe? Did you take Dayquil Intense Flu yet?
Nah, I got this. Ugh, okay, I don't got this.
You stay on the couch, and I'll grab the Dayquil.
Undo your flu symptoms with Dayquil Intense Flu. Dayquil Intense Flu provides powerful relief of your flu symptoms.
I'm ready for that to-do list.
Wow, you do got this.
Dayquil Intense Flu, the daytime coughing, aching, fever, under your flu medicine. Use as directed, keep out of reach of children.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance tech at a university, he knows ordering from multiple suppliers takes time away from keeping their arena up and running. That's why he counts on Grainger to get everything he needs, from lighting and HVAC parts to plumbing supplies, all in one place. And with fast, dependable delivery, he's stocked and ready for the next tip-off. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. 10 Toes In serves as a mentorship and domestic violence prevention program. They support, educate, and empower couples during and after incarceration. They assist male returning citizens to re-enter society successfully and to help them maintain a healthy relationship with their romantic partner. They offer a mentorship support group for formerly incarcerated men. 10 Toes In teaches its Intimate Relationships 101 curriculum at male prisons throughout the state of California. They host sister support group meetings for women who are intimately involved with incarcerated and formerly incarcerated men. 10 Toes In is a 501c3 nonprofit organization. To access their services or make a donation, please visit them online at 10toesin.org or find them on Facebook or Instagram. They are healing lives through relationships. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
All the women who independent, throw your hands up at me.
This March, we're turning up the volume on the women who changed everything. KBLA Talk 1580 is proud to celebrate Women's History Month, honoring the trailblazers, truth tellers, and game changers who shaped our world, our culture, and our community. From the freedom fighters to the firsts, from the boardroom to the front lines, from the unsung to the unforgettable. All month long, we're celebrating the stories, the voices, and the conversations that remind us that women, Black women, have always led the way. Don't miss a moment. This is our moment. This is our story. Stay tuned to KBLA Talk 1580, Los Angeles' home for the conversations that matter.
I'm your girl, you're my girl, we're your girls. We want you to know that we love you.
You know you want some more. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
There's something I wanna say. Try and understand.
What you finna tell me?
There's another.
Say what?
In my life. He's my lover. And I'm your wife.
Get the strap.
You, me, and he.
We spend a lot of time focusing on what the villain can do. Oh, the villain can intellectualize language. The villain can go to therapy just so they can prove that they're right. The villain can this, the villain can that, the villain, all right? We already know what the villain can do. What happens if we stop focusing on the villain? What happens if we actually stop focusing on what they will do? Oh my God, they're gonna take what you say and they're gonna weaponize it. We already know that. What are you gonna do? So my example here, a lot of people come to therapy just to prove that they're right. And then what ends up happening is then we blame the therapist because the therapist should have known. How? The therapist doesn't know you all. And a lot of you ladies, especially ladies, you are not speaking up. You're not. A lot of us ladies were conditioned to shrink and stay silent, and then we end up reenacting that same thing, even in the therapeutic space. A lot of times I hear this, well, I want them to feel heard first. I want them to get their story out first. I want them to XYZ. And I'm like, sounds like fearful avoidance. Sounds like you don't want to name your truth in the safe space with the therapist. You are letting more time pass by.
Was the music on cue? Who was that, Andy? Hey, it's Sav. I love her. On Instagram, right? She's a clinician. A lot of people don't know. Hey, it's Sav on Instagram. Y'all should check her out. She's a bona fide clinician, and she's cooking with the rarest grease. Guess what? The VOR, the voice of reason, has returned to the scene of the conversation. Tonight's topic, the We Too movement, groupthink, survival conditioning, and the possibility that the gender war keeps itself alive. Tonight, we walk into a conversation that feels familiar enough to sound true before anyone checks the facts. Many timelines repeat the same overcooked conflict, toxic men versus helpless women and vice versa. It's an endless cycle of accountability versus victimhood, boundaries versus bitterness, empowerment versus disrespect. The arguments arrive prepackaged, the sides are already assigned, the conclusions already waiting when a complex human problem produces identical talking points across thousands of voices. Psychology does not call that clarity. Psychology calls that groupthink, a condition where the need for belonging quietly overrides the need for accuracy or clarity. Groupthink rarely begins with stupidity, but I'll stop there. We got callers on. What happened to, I was getting ready to go to that brother. Corey from Chicago, it was your time to talk. You should. It's all right. It's okay. Let's go to Houston, Texas. Atala, what are your thoughts on tonight's topic?
Uncle Joe. Hey. I got a bonus with you, sir.
What did I do?
Don't be trying to make me look like I want all the ratchet topics. I want to take the ratchet and transform it, okay? I'm an artist. And I'm sensitive about my itch. So let me tell you something, okay? I love you, Erica Badu. Erica was the one that inspired me to even do this.
Really?
I was watching the Windows seat. Yes, I was watching the Windows seat video, and that scene where she gets shot at the JFK, grassy knoll area. When she bleeds out, it says groupthink. And I started Googling, and then I was like, bam! Groupthink for relationships. So let's talk about it. You mentioned that people who kind of tend to be truth tellers or whatever the case kind of seem more like flat earthers. And you're right. Because when you're authentic, authenticity is always going to be considered a conspiracy to someone who's deeply insecure. Because they can't fathom that. They don't know what that's like. You're so insecure that authenticity seems out of reach. So much so out of reach that it can't be real. Can't be possible. I say all that to say that we build our relationships based on these same principles, and unfortunately, this stupid gender war factors into that as well.
I mean, and it seems to be ongoing, right? But is it real? Are there real lines drawn? Are there real infantry men and women out there? I believe that from what I've seen on social media.
I hope not. I feel like I get so caught up with the gender war. It's really more like a battle. It's like a battle for your soul, to be honest with you.
Wait, stay right there. Stay right there. Don't go nowhere. It's a battle for your soul when we come forward. Atala is going to continue to break it down, whether or not the gender war is real or all online.
He's on fire tonight. It's the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams, exclusively on KBLA Talk 1580.
I'm Esther Dillard with BIN News Now. They just couldn't take it anymore. A TSA official confirms that 300 TSA workers have quit since the start of the Department of Homeland Security shut down last month, and the number of unscheduled call-outs has more than doubled. This union worker says it's about survival.
They got the same bills. They have rent. They have all the family care that they have to pay for.
The U.S. Department of Education is using the Supreme Court decision against Harvard to get student information from colleges and universities about race being used as a factor for admissions. Washington State Attorney General Nick Brown, who is black, says it's an unreasonable and illegal demand. Washington is joining a coalition of 16 attorneys general in a lawsuit to stop the request for the data. And the Buffalo Bills signed African-American Bradley Chubb to a 3-year deal today. The contract includes $29 million in guaranteed money for the former Miami Dolphin. Get BIN News Now on demand 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app.
Think It Up is an initiative to activate student-powered, teacher-led learning projects. Students and teachers, how can you spark great learning experiences in your classrooms today? Join at thinkitup.org.
Yeah, y'all, come on. Here come the drums.
At KBLA Talk 1580, we fight the power every day.
Yeah, got to give us what we want. Gotta give us what we need. Hey!
I listen to KBLA and I love the commercials. I know what the commercials mean. I also, if I'm looking and trying to figure something out, I need something to talk to me that might hit me. And it happens on TV because, you know, every time they show a sporting event, they got the pharmaceutical companies back to back to back telling people how to fix the sickness on the same stuff that they sell them. So we get it.
Yep, we get it too, Chuck D. And that's why at KBLA Talk 1580, we don't black down.
Drop it! Our freedom of speech is freedom of death. We got to fight the powers that be. Fight the power! Fight the power!
Not everything announces itself. Some things simply arrive, and the room is compelled to adjust. This is grooming without apology, without noise, without compromise. Gods and money, organic formulations, clean precision, crafted for skin that does not ask for permission to be felt. Element Cream, a rare hydration layered like an oud at dusk, measured, enduring, unmistakably masculine, moisturizing oil, a quiet revolution, restoring what stress, climate, and time attempts to claim. This is not skincare. It is composure made visible. It is inevitability. Gods and money exist impeccably. Discover the ritual at godsandmoney.com. That's godsandmoney, MONY.com.
An official message from Medicare. Couple more minutes, and we'll start this month's book club.
You know, I usually love a plot twist, but this year, I'm comparing my options during Medicare open enrollment.
You can't assume your current health or drug plan is the best one for you.
And you gotta make sure your drugs are covered. That's important.
So is saving money. Review all your options at Medicare.gov. Open enrollment ends December 7th. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
If a Lenovo computer for your business is on your holiday list, don't shop around. Just go directly to the source, Lenovo.com. It's your last chance to get exclusive deals on the PCs you want for your business, like the ThinkPad X9 14 Aura Edition and Yoga 7i 2-in-1. So avoid all that shopping chaos and price comparing, and just go directly to the source, Lenovo.com, where PCs are up to 35% off. That's Lenovo.com.
Lenovo. KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. Created with a share of the 1984 Olympic Games surplus, LA 84 began operations in 1985 as a grant-making and educational foundation. Today, the LA 84 Foundation supports hundreds of nonprofit youth sports organizations throughout Southern California annually, trains coaches, commissions research, convenes conferences, and maintains the world's premier Olympic and sports library collection. They are transforming lives and communities through the power of youth sports. To find out about youth sports programs for yourself or your child, and to get information about the grants and support they offer to schools and nonprofits, or if you want to make a donation, please visit la84.org. That's la84.org. Or you can call them at 323-730-4600. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
Hey there, Los Angeles. This is James Lucky Jr., publisher and editor of Los Angeles News Observer. Are you hungry for news that matters to you in the African-American communities of Los Angeles? Well, buckle up, because we got the scoop you've been craving. Stay in the know and never miss a beat with our free weekly publications conveniently available near you. Or hop on the digital wave and become an exclusive subscriber at OGNSC.com. Don't forget to join the party on Instagram and Twitter at OGNSCINC for behind-the-scenes access and sizzling updates. No more FOMO. Let's stay informed, connected, and empowered together.
This is KBLA Talk 1580. Talk radio. That's music to your ears. We're unapologetically progressive. KBLA Talk 1580. You're listening to the voice of reason with Zoe Williams. Only on KBLA Talk 1580.
The greatest downfall to men is not that women were conditioned to. No. It's that anytime the conversation turns into male responsibility, the instinct is still to direct it to a woman. Let's make sure we're clear. A man solid in principle should not need a counterexample to stay firm, and he doesn't need a comparison to justify introspection. He can look at himself in isolation, refine himself without bringing anybody else to trial in his courtroom. People shy away from the truth, but I've always found it fascinating how a man calls women powerless until he needs to utilize her in a sentence to explain himself. So she is considered powerless, yet she needs to be the footnote of every definition of masculinity. My friend, if she had no power, you would not need to prove to her that you do. But let me give you perspective. In a patriarchal structure, whether you agree with the label or not, men historically have held institutional power. That does not mean women have had no influence. It means influence and authority are not in the same category. So when you rush to say women played a role too, I don't think you recognize that you are confusing proximity to power with the possession of it. And those two have never been equal. Let's be real, it's never been equal. And when you confuse shared presence with shared power, you expose you never understood the structure that you're trying to defend. But what happens with men is when you never ground yourself in identity, you need contrast in order for you to mean something. So before we rush to say women were involved too, we got to ask general questions. Who had the final say? Who controlled the final outcomes? Who controlled what was legal, acceptable, moral, and ethical? And last but not least, if any of those are not of equal responsibility, it does not magically become equal after the fact.
Hold on. He said something that I don't even think he realized he was saying. Hold on. Was that Javon Cross? Power versus influence. Man versus woman. And as he stated, if women have been subjected, right, to the paternal, the patriarchal, I said paternal on purpose, right? They've been subjected to men, our control of this society, right? That's our power. But what if under that type of tyranny, women mastered the dark arts of influence? Yes, he's powerful in the world, but she's powerful in the inner world. And it's been passed down from big mama to grandmama to auntie to, is this what's happening? Are they using their tools that they used to use to heal us with? Oh, here we go. Is it real? Is it real? Let's go. 1-800-920-1580. We got callers on the line. Let's get it going. Atala, get back in here. You got to finish up your thought.
I'm back.
Did you hear what I said?
My thoughts on what? Yes, I heard you flip it. You're doing exactly what you just said. I heard you flip it.
What am I doing?
He was talking about men and patriarchy, and then you flipped it to are women doing XYZ, which is true. But if we're just talking about patriarchy, I think you should stick with that and then transition. But that's neither here nor there.
Nah, I'm a flip it. It's what I do. I have to flip it. Don't come in here and make me unflip it. I got to flip it.
Right, but it's kind of, you have to like fully address each point, right? But what I was talking about before, you have to fully address it. You can't just like flip it and then be like blah 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 blah. Like, because I get it's uncomfortable to talk about the part that may apply to you as a man, right? Like,
what part is uncomfortable for me, niece? Tell me.
Huh?
What part is uncomfortable? What part of this is uncomfortable for me to talk about? Tell me.
Well, if he's talking about the patriarchy, like, I think that's something to just address and then move on. But you don't necessarily have to, you know what I mean, like change it and flip it. We know both sides apply. This is true. But I think just addressing what he said in the video is also cool. But
didn't I acknowledge his truth in that video?
For like 2 seconds.
What? You need 4 seconds then.
I mean, I think the full address is
okay,
cool.
Tell me how it should be addressed. I want to hear it. This is
I just told you.
It's your time to shine.
Yeah, so I mean, like, So again, like I said, I think when it comes to addressing what he said about patriarchy, right? Like, just acknowledge that part first. Like, let that breathe, and then you can move into the next point. I think the larger issue here, which is what I was getting at earlier, and I want to address that, is that this is about the souls. You know, like, who was that? W.E.B. Du Bois that wrote about the souls of Black folk? This is about a battle for our souls. And what I mean by that is, what are you swayed by? Are you swayed by your mistakes, your past experiences, your regrets? Or are you focused on actually healing? And I think that's what this PSYOP actually reveals about people.
Interesting.
And more importantly, yes. And more importantly, when you hear something that may be triggering, why is it triggering? Is it true for you? Is it true for someone you know or care about? Is there some sort of part of you that is maybe hidden that you don't want to discuss that is being triggered by that information, right? Or is it just something that you don't want to hear because you feel like it's disrespectful? Right? Like, there's so many different areas here, but I think instead of us moving into self-inquiry, we are more so externalizing it, and that is why we have this gender war.
Comedian Q Turner says all of the above. Interesting. She's in the TikTok room here. And then over on YouTube, on the KBLA page, folks are in here checking in too as well. Everybody's, are you still sick, niece?
I am. I'm sorry. I hope y'all can't hear that. I am still a little sick, but no, nonetheless, I mean, that's all I really wanted to say on the topic. I'm really interested in hearing other people's perspectives as well. And my biggest thing is, don't get caught up in the madness, man. If you have a heartbreak or you have, unaddressed wounds, deal with this. Please don't look at this content. I don't even look at this content. The only reason why I can even find some of this stuff is because, for research purposes. But in truth, what I realize is the closer that I've gotten to understanding myself and where I fall short, I can't listen to a She-Ra 7. You know what I mean? Like, I can't listen, like, I literally physically cannot do it. And it's not because any of that stuff that she's saying applies to me or anyone that I know, but more importantly, because I recognize the pain that she's not saying. When you start to recognize your own pain, you can hear it in other people, and that is going to push away a lot of this stuff, too, because you don't want to indulge in that. So just kind of think about that. What part of you are you indulging, and what part of you are you ignoring in order to consume what you're consuming?
Hey,
other than that, that's all I gotta say.
Really quickly, my daughter said, go take a hot bath and sweat it out.
Girl, I'm thinking about going for a run, actually. It's funny she says that. I'm actually thinking about going for a run later, but
And Andy said eucalyptus oil, too.
No, I'm gonna go run. Pri is right. Sweating it out sounds great. But
guess
but
what
other than that,
go ahead.
though,
No, finish.
That's it.
You good?
No, that's it. I mean, anything you want to ask me, anything you want to include.
Girl, you sick. You go lay down.
I am. I'm gonna go run. I'm gonna go sweat it out. Thank you, Pri.
All right. Guess what you just did?
How about Houston in the building?
Houston, Texas is in the building. If you want to bring your city in the building, all you got to do is call me at 1-800-920-1580. Non-judgmental space. I want you to be able to say what you want to say. Get it out. Get it out. We got callers. Atlanta, Georgia, Los Angeles, California. When we come forward, the conversation continues.
Relationships. Got you confused? Need some straight talk? This is where you get the unfiltered truth about love, relationships, and everything in between. He breaks down relationship dynamics with no-nonsense wisdom and practical advice that actually works. Tackling the questions you're afraid to ask and giving you the answers you need to hear. You're inside the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
Getting around LA doesn't have to cost a lot. Metro has fares that fit every budget. 20 free rides for qualified riders through the LifeFare program. Free passes for students with GoPass and affordable options for everyone in between. Wherever you're going, Metro's got you covered. Visit metro.net/fare programs.
Hey guys, do you want male performance in the bedroom and do you want it now? Get it in 47 seconds or less. For the first time, you can have instant male enhancement. Introducing Nox 47, the topical male enhancement that works in 47 seconds or less. Satisfaction guaranteed. Finally, after years of scientific research, our proprietary formula will allow you to perform in the bedroom like never before. Just imagine that little blue pill on steroids. No reason to settle and wait when you can get instant performance now. Forget about pills and potions that make you wait hours or up to 30 days to work. That's yesterday's news. Nox 47 is brand new. The hottest thing for men. And you don't need a prescription. Call now and get your free supply for a limited time.
To find out how to get Nox 47 for free, call now. 800-677-1453. That's 800-677-1453. Free bottles for limited time. Call 800-677-1453. That's 800-677-1453.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. At the heart of the Al Wooten Center's mission for good citizenship and academic excellence is a desire to ensure that every student avoids the kind of lifestyle and overcomes the kinds of challenges that led to the murder of Al Wooten Jr. In 1990, founder Myrtle Fay Rumpf opened the center in honor of her son's life. In 2026, they are serving more than 300 students in grades 3 through 12 annually online and on site at their youth center and other sites in the South LA area. The Al Wooten Jr. Youth Center takes a neighborhood approach to the revitalization and empowerment of a community in crisis. The Wooten Center provides free after-school and summer programs to help students in grades 3 through 12 attain grade-level proficiency and promotion, high school graduation, and college and career access and success. The Al Wooten Center focuses on academics, STEM, the arts, and so much more. Join them for an enriching experience that sparks creativity and nurtures young minds. Tap in at wootencenter.org. That's wootencenter.org. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
You know you want some more. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
Outside my window, flying freely, motionless in time. I often dream that you were here with me. Yeah. My only girl. Oh, be right there with you. I would. Maybe if I could be with you, you know I really would.
Choose a partner to whom you are so visible that your toxic patterns, your survival patterns, whatever patterns you picked up to get through life have no choice but to undo themselves. The other day I was talking to my husband about something that emotionally had me just in a really bad place. And as we're talking, I got to a point where I physically could not respond anymore. Like I completely shut down. Being ignored is something that really pisses people off. And that's exactly what it looked like I was doing. I literally was not responding to anything that he was saying. He did not call me out. He did not respond with frustration. He said, Cree, I see that you're sinking. I need you to stay with me. I'm here.
Instantly, I was snapped out of the spiral that I was going down and was able to continue the conversation with him. Sometimes we don't need more self-work. We need someone who responds differently.
I don't think you can ever have enough self-worth. I mean, maybe too much is too much self-worth a bad? I don't know. Ladies and gentlemen, the voice of reason has phone calls all over the place. People want to get in here and join this conversation. And I think it's high time we brought Los Angeles in the building. Valerie from Los Angeles, it's your time to shine. What are your thoughts on tonight's topic? Is it is this gender war thing real, or is it a byproduct of an attention economy that's wrapped into social media? What are your thoughts?
Well, it started before social media.
Talk to us.
Okay, I'm going to date myself, but I don't care. I'm 55. We grew up with Mike Brady and his blended family.
Yep.
Happy wife and a maid. That was the 70s. In the 80s, after women could have their own credit, after women could have their own bank accounts and buy their own home and divorce with some kind of support, we got Al Bundy.
Hey.
With the battle act.
Wait, Val. That was one of the
80s.
That was one of the greatest TV shows ever, though. It was great, wasn't it?
Exactly. I love that show.
Married
But
with
Al
Children, yes.
hated
Mhm.
Home.
Mhm.
Home was an albatross.
Right.
And we made it normal and agreed and laughed.
Mm.
And it's okay to go home and hate the person you sleep with.
Wow.
So fast forward, and that beast is out the closet. It's grown. It's in the sun, and everybody is feeding it.
Mm-hmm.
We stopped idolizing men who take care of their families.
So it's
We
not
stopped laughing at family situations. It's normal to hate your wife. It's normal
Wow.
to hate your husband,
Mm.
to run to the booby bar.
But
Because under the patriarchy, the man in the Graceland was sued.
But let me ask you this. Is this a byproduct of groupthink, or do we actually hate our partners, our significant others, our husbands, our wives? Is it actually something like deeply rooted, like I really don't like you because of the person you are? Or are we programmed in a certain way to kind of stay in line with the dominant narrative? Your thoughts?
I think too many of us are on the sensation track of life, where we live in the shallow,
Mm-hmm.
and we're attracted to the chase. And when we get them, that's what we want. We want that chase, but there's no substance in the shiny thing. And there's no desire to work. We just dispose it and get a new one.
Wow.
We throw people away. Or men who love their wives are called simps. What?
That's true. Well,
men throw the Bible at women to be modest, to get a good man, throw a couple verses at you, and skip over the whole book of Hosea.
Tell us, please. Expound on the book of Hosea. We want it.
Okay, in my street language, the book of Hosea is a whole book on how to make a street woman a housewife as an example of God's love for us.
Is that why it's in the book of Hosea?
The whole book of Hosea is about Hosea, a prominent man, taking a street woman as a wife at God's direction. she leaves, he literally has to buy her back. Eventually, she becomes the woman she's supposed to be for him. But that was our example of how our Creator loves us. But we have taken everything and pieced it to the echo chamber of sensation. What do I want now? What fits now? What looks good now? And it's okay. As long as the man is the king of his castle. And if you're the king, does that mean your children and your wife are your subjects?
Ooh, your property?
Exactly.
Yeah.
But that's what's promised under the patriarchy. And that's not us. Not us melanated people. And that's why we all fractured. I'm going to stop preaching.
Listen, I was in church. Ushers, close the door. Close the doors, ushers. Close the doors. Oh, yes, you were preaching, and I appreciate it. I love it. I love it. Guess what you just did, Sister Val?
Brought LA into the building.
La Leezy is in the heezy. If you want to bring your city in the building, all you got to do is call us at 1-800-920-1580. Listen, we got so much more to talk about. I'm bringing Atlanta in the building in a moment, but I have to ask the question yet again. Is this gender war some type of psyop? Right? Is it is there an agenda behind the gender war? Like we're programmed to, all of the programming is pushed towards this? Are we just, I want to know, is it a byproduct of groupthink, survival conditioning? You don't want to stand out and say, I love sisters. I got sisters back. Now we know there's a difference between a simp and somebody who genuinely loves sisters and wants to provide and protect for sisters. We'll get into that when we come forward because we got so much more to talk about.
KBLA 1580 Santa Monica.
I'm Esther Dillard with BIN News Now. They just couldn't take it anymore. A TSA official confirms that 300 TSA workers have quit since the start of the Department of Homeland Security shutdown last month, and the number of unscheduled call-outs has more than doubled. This union worker says it's about survival.
They got the same bills. They have rent. They have all the family care that they have to pay for.
The U.S. Department of Education is using the Supreme Court decision against Harvard to get student information from colleges and universities about race.